Hey guys, it's Ryan from Team Envy here, and I'm here to show you guys how to transition from being an amateur in CSGO to being a pro, and I'll teach you guys how I did it so you can do it yourselves. I started off playing matchmaking like every other CS player in existence. It's fun, of course, but I wanted a bigger challenge as I progressed as a player and got better, so I switched over to ESEA. In Europe it might be different, you might switch to FACEIT, but whatever the case is, switching to ESEA is what I did, and I can show you guys the league systems here on the computer. I'm gonna talk about quickly how you can start a team. I think a lot of people don't. That's like the biggest question. How do I find people to play with? How do I find people as good as me? That's like the stereotypical thing of people. A lot of people say like, I'm better than all the people in open, blah, blah, blah. The best thing I can say, the best thing I did was I just wanted to play. A lot of people say play with your friends, you know what I mean? That's a good tip. I think playing with your friends is awesome and I think it's great, but a lot of the time you guys don't have the same goals and stuff, they don't align. So I think the best thing for me is, the best thing I can tell you guys to do is try and find people with the same mindset as you, like who want the same, like who want to achieve the same things. Even if it's an open, like we want to make intermediate, you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's a great goal. You guys all want to like accomplish that goal. It's something all of you want to do. You guys are all going to work hard to do it, right? Just find people with the same mindset, find people with the same ideas or goals as you, and I think that's the best way to go about it. All right, so the first way to get into pro is through the league system on ESEA. This is probably the most common way. I feel like everybody who plays ESEA or FACEIT knows about the league system. Anybody who's really trying to go pro is probably on a team. There's hundreds of teams. The ESEA Open has like over 500 teams in Europe and North America. Like, it's incredible how many teams are playing, right? Your goal with this system is to work your way up and like over time get better and become a better teammate. Find more players who share the same goals as you, right? Oh, I'm in main, my goal is to make MDL, right? You guys have these many goals you all accomplish and you keep grinding and you keep getting better. Your goals keep getting higher, right? Like, oh, make MDL, oh, make pro, whatever the goal may be. You guys just all have to work together and like practice, and it's a really cool way to like see it, right? All these teams are all in different leagues and they all practice and they're all like after the same goal, or at least a lot of them are, right? Like a ton of these teams in main, most of them, maybe not all of them, right? Some might just be playing for fun. Most of these guys want to go and play advanced or MDL or go pro, right? So like seeing that's really cool. So the second path is the FPL circuit path. I'm sure a lot of you know about this because this is the popular streaming path. A lot of players young, even some older. Oscar is another one of them who's older. Oscar, Zywoo, Oscar, Zywoo, Obo, Ten, Sam, all those people, Rops, they got some sort of recognition from FPL, right? And then from that recognition comes a pro offer, or whether it's a streaming, like whatever it is, it's a lot of these talented players like to take this path. Like specifically, let's look at one of them like Rops. He plays FPL and he has this huge following. Everyone thinks he's cheating, right? But he's not, and he's just extremely talented. So he gets a Mouse Sports offer, and look at him now. He's like a phenomenal player, right? That's this path is really for players who are like have plenty of time to grind and like people who are exceptionally good. And obviously you should know and be honest with yourself and know which one you are, because I know I wasn't one of the exceptionally good players, so I had to take path one. But some players are, so they take path two. So you just have to decide which path is right for you and which one you think you can see yourself succeeding in, and yeah. All right guys, well, that's pretty much it. I explained both paths to pro. The first one being the ESEA league divisions, open, intermediate, main, advanced, and MDL. That's the path I chose, and that's the path a lot of pros did choose and the path they followed to get to pro. You're a more well-rounded teammate. You know a lot more about the game by the time you get there, but if you're more individually skilled like Zywoo or Rops, if you're like them, you can obviously do the FPL path, but for me that wasn't the case. But either path does work, so yeah, choose which one fits you, and good luck.